Few figures in modern history have been as polarizing and prominent as Donald John Trump. To some, he's a billionaire businessman and fearless leader. To others, a controversial figure who upended American politics. Love him or loathe him, his impact is undeniable. This is the story of Donald Trump. From the New York real estate world to the boardrooms of television, from the campaign trail to the White House, and beyond. Donald John Trump was born on June 14, 1946 in Queens, New York City. He was the fourth of 5 children to Fred and Mary Trump. His father, Fred Trump, was a successful real estate developer who built middle-income housing in New York's outer boroughs. From a young age, Donald was energetic and competitive. At age 13, he was enrolled in the New York Military Academy, a decision made to instill discipline. Trump graduated in 1964 and went on to attend Fordham University, before transferring to the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania. He graduated in 1968 with a degree in economics, and joined his father's real estate business shortly after. In the 1970s, Donald Trump took the reins of the family business and set his sights on Manhattan. His first major project came in 1976, the transformation of the Commodore Hotel into the Grand Hyatt New York, in partnership with the Hyatt Corporation. This deal marked his arrival in the Manhattan real estate scene. In 1983, Trump Tower was completed, a 58-story skyscraper on Fifth Avenue, featuring luxury residences and his own offices. It became a symbol of his flashy style and branding power. Throughout the 1980s and early 90s, Trump expanded into casinos in Atlantic City, including the Trump Plaza and the Trump Taj Mahal. He also purchased the Plaza Hotel and opened golf courses, airlines, and even launched a board game. But not all ventures were successful. By the early 1990s, Trump faced financial difficulties, several bankruptcies and heavy debts. However, through negotiations with creditors and persistent branding, he survived and restructured. Donald Trump became more than a businessman. He became a brand. His name was emblazoned on buildings, ties, steaks, vodka, and even universities. He marketed luxury, success, and boldness. In 2004, he became a household name to millions more when he launched the NBC reality series, The Apprentice. The show was a ratings hit, and his catchphrase, "You're fired," entered pop culture. Trump played a decisive, no-nonsense businessman on television. Behind the scenes, he continued to license his name globally, appearing in movies, magazines, and talk shows. By the mid-2010s, he had built an empire as both a real estate mogul and media personality. Trump had flirted with politics for decades, considering runs as early as the 1980s and 2000s. But on June 16, 2015, he made it official. He announced his candidacy for President of the United States as a Republican. His campaign slogan, "Make America Great Again." His platform included stricter immigration policies, tax cuts, renegotiating trade deals, and repealing Obamacare. He promised to drain the swamp and fight for the forgotten men and women of America. Mainstream media and political analysts largely dismissed his chances. But Trump's brash style, direct communication, and massive rallies drew a passionate base. He defeated 16 Republican opponents in the primaries, including senators and governors. In the general election, he faced Democratic nominee Hillary Clinton. Despite losing the popular vote, Trump won the Electoral College and was elected the 45th president on November 8, 2016. Trump took office on January 20, 2017. His presidency was unlike any before. A businessman with no prior military or political experience now led the world's most powerful nation. His administration passed significant tax reforms, withdrew from the Paris Climate Accord, renegotiated NAFTA into the USMCA, and took a tough stance on China. He appointed 3 Supreme Court justices, Neil Gorsuch, Brett Kavanaugh, and Amy Coney Barrett, reshaping the court for generations. Trump also pursued a strong anti-immigration agenda, including building portions of a border wall and travel bans from certain countries. His use of Twitter was unprecedented for a president, bypassing traditional media to speak directly to the public. Supporters praised his authenticity, critics called it reckless. Trump was impeached twice, first in 2019 over Ukraine and again in 2021 following the Capitol riot. He was acquitted both times by the Senate. In 2020, Trump ran for re-election against Democrat Joe Biden. The campaign was deeply affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, economic turmoil, and racial justice protests. After a heated election, Joe Biden won both the popular vote and the Electoral College. Trump challenged the results, claiming election fraud. These claims were widely rejected by courts and election officials. On January 6, 2021, a violent mob stormed the U.S. Capitol following a rally where Trump had spoken. The event shocked the nation and led to his second impeachment. On January 20, 2021, Trump left office, becoming the first president in modern history to skip his successor's inauguration. Since leaving office, he has remained a dominant figure in the Republican Party. He launched Truth Social, held rallies, and in 2023, announced another run for president. Donald Trump's legacy is fiercely debated. Supporters hail his presidency as a disruption to the political establishment, emphasizing economic growth, deregulation, and a focus on national interest. Critics cite divisive rhetoric, misinformation, and democratic backsliding. His impact on the Supreme Court, foreign policy, and American political discourse is profound and ongoing. He changed how campaigns are run, how politicians communicate, and how outsiders can reshape the system. Donald J. Trump remains one of the most consequential figures in American history, a man who defied the odds, broke conventions, and redefined what it means to lead. His story, still unfolding, continues to shape the nation and stir debate across the globe. In 2024, he became President of USA. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment below with your thoughts on this remarkable political journey.